Yo, 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 tubers! Welcome to a Sunday night league for the Formula X Championship Season 3. I will try and get onto the bump to tell you what you are just about to watch. Hang about. Let me see. Season 3 league details, maybe? So, here we go. It's new for all of us. So, the Formula X Championship is inspired by the question, what if Formula 1 went in the direction of the Red Bull X 2014 standard? Famous names from Formula 1 will be represented by two drivers as well as a team principal who will be involved in deciding how to spend tokens on car development throughout the season. The team principal does not necessarily have to be one of the designated drivers. Championship overview. This is a 10-round championship with points available for final finishing positions in each race and the fastest lap. A drop score system will be in place, which means points scored at a driver's worst two rounds will not count towards their points from round 3. Round 3? Hang on. A drop score system will be in place, which means points scored at a driver's worst two rounds will not count to their points from Season 3, I think that is, instead of Round 3, I'm sorry. Team points will also be subject to drop scores, with the two worst rounds not counting to their season points. Oh, from Season 3? From Round 3, so maybe they have to hold the first two rounds? Possibly, I don't know, I'll get that clarified for you by the next round. But yeah, it looks like it's from Round 3, so it looks like they have to be in the first two rounds, possibly, and not drop any from the first two. I'm not sure. If a driver is unable to attend a round, then the team principal can arrange for a replacement driver to take the vacant seat. The driver will score their own driver points, but will still contribute to the team as a whole. We're using the Red Bull 2014 standards with the base power at 75% and base weight at 115%. Races will be over 125 miles. The grid will be determined by the reverse of the average score of the past 3 races. A driver has finished disconnections or DNFs will not be counted. Grid. Drivers' last 3 race results, excluding glitches or disconnects, will be used to determine the grid for round 1. The previous season's results will be used. If a driver has not completed in the championship before, they will start in a grid slot decided by a random draw. If a driver has not completed 3 race distances, their average score will be determined by the number of races they have completed. A race starts. It is intended that all races will be standing starts with false start check. Should an incident occur during the first lap of a race which involves 3 or more drivers, a red flag may be called by the lobby host, or any driver involved in said incident can ask for a red flag by typing RF in the lobby chat. The lobby host will then ask everyone to exit the race. So, the teams. The following Formula 1 teams will be represented in Formula X: Red Bull, Alpine, Williams, Aston Martin, Ferrari, Mercedes and McLaren. Cars will run classic F1 liveries. For Aston Martin and Alpine, custom liveries can be submitted. Pre-season tokens. Team principals will have 35 tokens to spend prior to the start of the season. With these tokens, they will have to choose 2 drivers and can use any remaining tokens to upgrade their cars. Driver selection. Drivers will be picked by the team principals using tokens to buy drivers. The drivers have been priced based upon their performances in other leagues and the previous season of Formula X. The picks will be allocated based on last season's team championship standings and will follow this format. Red Bull pick 1st and 14th. Alpine will pick 2nd and 13th. Well, they've done all this. Williams picked 3rd and 12th. Aston Martin picked 4th and 11th. Ferrari picked 5th and 6th. Mercedes picked 6th and 9th. And McLaren picked 7th and 8th. God, I've got to read all this. Oh my God. At 2 round intervals, tokens will be awarded to teams based upon their position in the team's championship. These tokens can be spent by the team principal on potential upgrades. The upgrades will change the power and weight of the car. However, there is a potential that upgrades may not have the desired result and could have a negative impact on the car's performance. Team principals will be allocated their own unique development tree, which will be allocated in pre-season by team principals picking numbered envelopes. The development tree will be used by the team principals to upgrade their cars by spending tokens and moving to each upgrade using the blue lines connecting the boxes. Upgrades will cost different amounts depending on the change made. The upgrade costs will be plus 2% power will be 5 tokens, plus 1% power will be 4 tokens, minus 2% weight will be 3 tokens, and minus 1% weight will be 2 tokens. Plus 1% weight is 1 token, and plus 2% weight is 0 tokens. To spend the tokens, the team principal must contact the appointed administrator with the final deadline for token submissions being Friday night at 10 o'clock UK time. If the team has had a negative impact on their performance after 1 round using the setup, they can go back to their old setup prior to the last token spend, but they will lose the use of tokens at the next token interval. Team principals can choose not to spend tokens and store them for the next round of token spending. A maximum of 12 tokens can be held after token spends. For example, if a team principal chooses not to spend 5 tokens and their team gains 8 at the next token interval, then 1 token will be lost. Allocation of tokens. Oh God, hang on. This will be based on the reverse of the team's championship after rounds 2, 4, 6 and 8. First you get 4 tokens, second will get 5 tokens, third will get 6 tokens, fourth will get 7 tokens, fifth will get 8 tokens, sixth will get 9 tokens, and seventh will get 10 tokens. If weight cannot be reduced, then the power will be increased by that percentage. Okay, they get a point for fastest lap, and they get points all the way down to 14th, starting at 25 points for first, and it ends with 1 point for 14th. There we go, here's the tyres. There will be a tyre war this season. Team principals will be asked to choose between the 2 tyre suppliers in pre-season. You cannot change once picked. Please submit your choice for the championship admin. Each tyre supplier will supply 20 compounds for the season, 6 super softs, 6 softs, 5 mediums and 3 hards. Prior to each round, 2 compounds will be drawn for each tyre supplier. These will be selected using 2 different random draws. Oh my God, everyone keeps going in the pits. Here we go. These will be selected using 2 different random draws, 1 for each supplier. Teams that run that tyre supplier must run these compounds in the races. Failure to run both compounds will result in disqualification. Right, is that clear to you all? Do you get it? Do you get it? Good, because I don't. So what do I need to know? I need to know what's all the business. We'll go to the brief. The brief will tell us whose tyres are using what. Here we go. Formula X Season 3, Round 1 of the Red Bull Ring. Oh, sorry, yeah. Hello, everyone. We're here at the Formula X for Round 1, Season 3 of the Red Bull Ring. I'll get better, honestly. I'll get into the swing of it. It's all new to me. Thank you, everyone who has entered for Season 3. This has the potential of being the best season so far. Please be in the lobby and entered by 20:15 UK time. The track, Red Bull Ring, 1:15 fine weather in-game settings. 47 laps they'll be doing. The pit exit, do not cross the white line as per rules and regulations. Here we go, tyres. Bridgestone will be on Red Bull, Alpine, Ferrari and McLaren. This race they'll be using the super softs and the hards. Michelin will be on the Williams, Aston Martin and Mercedes. And in this race they have allocated super softs and softs. You must use the 2 tyre compounds of your tyre supplier at some point during the race. Sweet! So here's the grid. I've got the grid allocated on their last 3 races. On pole is Pat for Aston Martin. Is he out there? Is he out there? Let's have a look. Is he in the pits? They seek him here, they seek him there. Nobody knows where is Pat. Pat sits. There you go. So Pat in the Aston Martin. Boom. Will be starting on pole position. He is with the Michelins. So what does that mean? What did I say what the Michelins were using? God, it's going to be so bloody hard to remember all of this. I keep having to go up. Oh, I did moan about the tyres. I honestly promise you I did complain about these tyres things because I cannot keep up with it. So the Aston Martin is on Michelins, which are using the super softs and the softs. I should write it down. Digweed is second in a Red Bull. Where are you, Digweed? He's in 8th place in the Red Bull. Number 5 is alive. Oh, it says it next to him. He's on the Bridgestones. The Bridgestones are using the hards and the super softs. In 3rd place we have Daz. Where's Daz? Let's have a find Daz. Oh, look, we're not going to go through all of them. So we've got Daz, he's in a McLaren. We've got Jaja, he's in a Williams, they're on Michelins. We've got Digital Blasphemy again, he was in the support races. He won the support race, didn't he? He's in a Mercedes, they're driving with the Michelins. We've got Wolfbane, who's going to be in a McLaren, he's on the Bridgestones. Then we've got Supra in a Ferrari, he's on the Bridgestones. We've got Alexis and Maximus in the Mercedes, he's on the Michelins. Noxie is the other Aston Martin on the Michelins. Then we have Cthulhu, who I believe was the championship reigning champion. He's in the Red Bull on the Bridgestones. Palesci is in the Ferrari on the Bridgestones. Dawes is in the Alpine on Bridgestones. Jam is in an Alpine on the Bridgestones. And Mr. Psycho is in a Williams on the Michelins. Okay, everyone clear with that? Happy days? Yeah? Whee! Am I coming through? Because I didn't check the volume. Hello, hello, testing. This is a test. There you go. Sounds alright. It sounds quiet. I haven't changed anything. Maybe my TV's too loud? I don't know. Sound very quiet, don't I? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Do I have to shout? Who knows? So, Endurance Not, he's retracted his message. He probably told me to go away or something. No, not you again, he said. So, Pat saying, Otmar is in the building, listening along. Are you a principal? I haven't looked at the principal page. Mr. Endurance Not saying, Guten Abend, Toto here. Oh, he is the Merc boss. Then we have Mika saying evening. We have Pio Digweed saying good luck everybody. Matt Psycho saying nice to be back. Jim saying good evening from Williams Race Control Room. And Endurance Not saying shout out to Thingy. Welcome back, buddy. Hey, no, I just said that you said something horrible about me when you retracted it. You can't now go and say something nice, can you? Makes me look like a liar. So, let's have a look through the field, shall we? Because you've heard me babbling. We've only got a couple of minutes till start. We start at 8:30. Man alive, I came on at about 10 past 10. I've been babbling for 17 minutes about the rules. And 15 minutes of them was moaning about the tyres. Hey, there we see Jacqua Jar Jar, or Jar Jar Binks, as I'm going to end up calling him in this. In his Williams car, 66, Palesci, Palesci is in the Ferrari, car 22. We've got Pat out there in the Alpine. No, Aston Martin. Yeah, Aston Martin, sorry. There, Pat in the Aston. And it says on the back, it's meant to be easy for me with tyres. Oh, he's got Michelin's on the front there. Yeah, you go. So Pat is out there in the Astons of Martins. It's a very nice looking car though. I wonder who made that, Pat, because it's beautiful. Beautiful, brother, beautiful. It's absolutely delicious. So who haven't I seen? We've seen Jar Jar, Alexis and Maximus. Ooh, old school Merc. I like it a lot. And they're on the Michelin tyres, remember? And what Michelin? I'm going to write it down because I'm going to keep forgetting. Where's a pen? Where's a bit of paper? I mean, where's my iPad? Because I'm futuristic and not old. Oh, that's a bit of... That iPad's no good. Let me find a bit of iPad that hasn't got writing on it. I have got iPads without writing on it. There's paper everywhere and all of it's got bloody writing on it. I keep writing results on iPads. I've got loads of iPads knocking about. Oh, we've got 1 minute till race. Oh, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting all shaky. So let me quickly write down what these Michelins and these Bridgestones are going to be. Blooming tyre wars. Bloody Let me have a look. Tyres, Bridgestones. Bridge is going to be softs, SS, and hards. It's going to be difficult for those Bridgestone boys. Those hard tyres are absolutely bobbins. They're not worth the rubber they're made with. There's no grip and they don't work. So, and super softs and softs. So I'm going to tell you now, we're going to have a Michelin winner for sure, because those hards aren't worth anything. And all those poor teams on the Bridgestones are stuffed before we've even started. So who's on the? So Red Bull, Alpine, Ferrari, and McLaren. We can write all them off before we've even started. Hey, Jam saying ready. So I'm going to go with K because my good friend told me to. Sorry, coming down from the support race. The support race was cracking. Pat in the chat saying there's been a rebrand in the off-season. Lime green from season 1 and 2 has been changed out. Pat saying the tyre manufacturer logos are on the front wheels. Yeah, I just noticed. I could see the little Michelin man giving it some. Hey, look at me, I'm a beefy boy. Mama Sykes in the chat saying have a good one, guys. Hi Thingy, great you are commentating. Ah, thank you. That's just not fair to the last commentator. I don't know. I don't know him. He seemed like a very nice guy. Whew. So here we go. We're on the countdown to get the grid started for. Does it say how many laps we were doing? 47 laps of the Red Bull Ring at 1:15 in the afternoon, British time. It could be Austrian time, I suppose. Yeah, it's not British time. It's in-game time, sorry. There they are, all lined up, ready to start. And we'll have I wonder if I've got time to flick through to see what... I guess they're all going to go for super softs at the beginning. Let me get rid of their big numbers. Oh my god, I'm stressed. So Pat is starting on those super softs. Digweed second on the grid. Give me a chance. I don't know whose teams they're driving for. I'll catch up. And it's off, but someone's on the grid still. One of the McLarens has stayed put. And there's Bedlam, I tell you. Who is that down there? It's got to be a red flag, surely. Matt, Psycho and Supra both not getting even close off the grid. I saw one of the McLarens still sat on the grid. And Pat made a great getaway from the Red Bull of Digweed, but Matt has called for a red flag. I'm guessing they're all exiting. We got Williams of Jaja in third with Alexis and Maximus in fourth in his Mercedes. Woof! And it looks like the red flag is being upheld. Poleski. So the host has called a red flag. And can someone phonetically spell out Pelski's name for me? Because I'm struggling with that one. And you see the guys all disappearing. I don't know what happened there. It looked like we had a McLaren stuck on the grid. And then it was just chaos behind. So Flashman in the chat saying go Team Williams. Awesome stuff. And that is the race cancelled. They will all re-enter and we'll be off again, I guess. Let's go back to the track as they filter out onto the track. There it is. Was it Wolfbane? No, I think Wolfbane was second on the grid. It was the other McLaren that we saw at a standstill on the grid as everybody else left. And it might have been Daz. Daz having a problem with the startup in his car. Oh, come on, Daz, you know better than that. Put a number in next to your flag. It's easier for me to say what your number is then. What is your number? I can't see it from here. At Peleschi, is that how you spell it then? Maybe he just hasn't entered yet. So out on the track we have Wolfbane in his McLaren. Gives me a little extra time. He's driving a Bridgestone clad. Did we say the Bridgestones are out of it? On those hard tyres. He's starting on the hard tyres. Very brave. Going for a really long stint. I mean, it might work. I have been assured that it does work. That the strategies do work. I just can't see anything on hard tyres ever being able to win anything. I love it. Look at him go. Go on. Wolfbane. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a roller coaster. So in the chat we've got the Meek saying Alpine a driver down tonight. Real life strikes again. Oh my god. Who's Alpine's team principal? Maybe they should jump straight in. Let's have a look on the app. of apps called Discord, and I will find out their team principal and say, oi, get in the car. Like, I can't, I don't know, I'm losing it. Teams, here we go. Albina, it's Mika, come on, get in your car. What's the matter with you? You've got to step into the void. So, they're all giving it the big let's go, and let me say, okay. A little drink of my Red Bull. I'm not sponsored by Red Bull. I just drink a lot of it. And there you can see the countdown again for another start, which is good because I messed it up. I just did the Porsche Cup. No, you didn't. Slippy did. Hey, Mika. Oh, it's a rolling start. It seems if we have a red flag situation, then we go to a rolling start. So there you can see the grid again. Pat, Digweed. Oh no. It's all too quick for me. I'm just not that fast. So Pat is leading them away on a rolling start situation. Giving me a flash. All right, Pat. All right, dude. How's that? Doing all right. Got for a win. So Pat starting on the super softs. Digweed starting on the super softs. Daz. Oh no, it wasn't Daz then. I do apologise. I thought Digweed was in there. No, it wasn't Daz that stalled. It must have been Wolfbane on the grid. And there they go. It's coming. It's going, and it's off. So Pat leading the way from Digweed. The Red Bull is going to try and make a move early doors, but no, he's too far back. And now we've got the McLaren of Daz in third, with Jar Jar in the Williams moving up to fourth. Wolfbane in his McLaren in fifth place. Supra in the Ferrari is in sixth, with the Lexus and Maximus seventh. And what's he in? A Mercedes. Oh, it looked like he was a bit wiggly. Had a little nudge with a Ferrari, but everyone survives. Everyone lives. Oh, there's a Ferrari. There's a digital blasphemy. It looked like he lost the back end of his Mercedes, and a load of cars have just come straight past him. Lexus and Maximus is there in his Merc, followed very closely by Supra in the Ferrari. Then you've got Noxie in the other Aston Martin, and then we've got a Ferrari and a Jam in the Alpine. Just there in 10th, Digital Blasphemy in 11th, Cthulhu Fernando in 12th, and a Mr. Psycho at the back in 13th. I see. So Pat, he's pulling away. Pat's flying. Number 4. Oh, if he was number 5, I could have said, number 5 is alive. So Pat in first spot, ahead of Daz. Oh, Daz has got himself ahead of Digweed. So Daz on a flyer in the McLaren on those super softs. We've got Digweed in the Red Bull. Number 5. There we go. We've got a 5. Number 5 is alive. He's in third place. Wolfbane 1.8 seconds behind him in the McLaren, with Jar Jar very close behind in that Williams. I love the look of the Williams. It's very new. And there is a Lexus and Maximus in. Here's a Mercedes, Supra in the Ferrari, and Noxie. They're very tight together as 6th, 7th and 8th. What a cracker. Let's have a look from Noxie's point of view in, I think, an Aston Martin, I said. Pretty sure he's in an Aston Martin. It looks very green at the sides. Got to be an Aston Martin. So there is Noxie trying to keep that car under control. They're all on super soft, these front ones. He lurches forward under the toe of the 37 Ferrari. Supra. And heading down through these corners here at Red Bull. And he's got a Ferrari very close behind. Pelshi. He's got an English flag, so it's got to be pronounceable, hasn't it? Pelshi. Oh, Pelshi gone for a move up the inside. And here comes back Noxie. He's just about made that. That was some racing there, eh? God. And Daz is in the lead now. Daz has taken the lead. Daz has taken the lead from Pat. We'll see if we can have a quick look, but I often don't get them. Here he goes. Oh, it looks like Pat went out wide there in that final corner, giving the opportunity to Daz, the McLaren, to take the lead. There he goes. Boom. in those Bridgestones on the super soft tyre. Let's get out of the replay. We've seen it done now, and there you go. Daz still ahead of Pat. Pat in second place with Digweed holding that third in his Red Bull. They're all on the super soft. Wolfbane, the next McLaren out down the road, and he's on the hard, so he's doing a really good job, and he's just got past Digweed. Digweed's had an issue. Digweed has had an issue, and he is off the track, and everyone has gone by. Poor Digweed, he's got some ground to make now. There is Daz out there in the lead of this race with Pat in second spot, 1.1 seconds behind him. Wolfbane is in the McLaren, the two McLarens in the top three. This is unprecedented. What a great race for those guys. The Gulf livery working out for him. Then you've got Alexis and Maximus in fourth place. He's chasing him down. He's chasing him down, and he's looking good. He's looking good up the inside of the first corner. He's making the move, but it's not quite there. Are they going to make it through? Oh my word, they're side by side coming out the corner. And Wolfbane showing further down, but he's on those hard tyres. It's hard to battle against a super soft car when you are on the hards. And there he comes back again, and behind them we've got the Supra of the Ferrari, just ahead of Jar Jar, who's ahead of Noxie, but now they've got Jam up there, Jim Jam. So Jam very close behind Noxie, looking to make a move. Digital Blasphemy in his Mercedes has dropped down into a 9th spot, with Katula in 10th. And Pileshi is in 11th, with Matt Psycho making up a place in car 16 in the Williams. The Michelin tyres, he's on the racing soft, so he's gone for the option tyre, I'd say. The super softs, they all run, so that would be the prime tyre, possibly, and the other tyre would be the option. So Digweed has fallen to the back on those super softs. So Daz leading the way. We're on lap 4 or 5 of 47 already. A long way to go though, with a few pit stops to go in between. Mika said, felt like I did it. That means the Porsche Cup. Endurance not saying, I feel like I'm on a nostalgia cruise. All these references, love it. And Mika saying, Alpine have a new black livery this season, taking a break from the blue. So Daz leading the way, 2.5 seconds ahead of the Aston Martin of Pat, with Alexis and Maximus nearly 4 seconds adrift from Pat in his Mercedes. He's in Mercedes. I want to say Red Bull. Did he drive for Red Bull? Because that's what I want to say. But there he is in his Merc, up into 3rd place. Wolfbane on those hard tyres, and Supra very close behind. Supra coming to make a move on Wolfbane, but he can't quite make it stick at the moment. And Wolfbane doing an absolute awesome job on those hard tyres. I think I'm going to be eating my words by the end of this race about the hard tyres being useless. But there's Supra, he's having to defend from Noxie. Noxie trying to get a move going on that Ferrari, and he's got it gone. 24, car 24 up ahead of Supra. Fantastic racing there from Noxie. Supra down to 6th, and there you've got Jar Jar with Jam trying to make a move. Jam is on the inside, pulling past the Williams, and he's up into 7th place. Fantastic business there from Jam, with Jar Jar in 8th now, trying to grab a toe. He's gone for the option tyre, has a Jar Jar, and it looks like there's a Merc just slipping up the inside. Digital Blasphemy in 8th place, and oh my lord, there's a Ferrari and a Digital Blasphemy. I don't know what Ferrari that was. Yes, it was Pileshi. So Pileshi is wild at the moment, hitting people here and hitting people there, and he's hit another one. Oh my word, what is going on out there? That was Jar Jar, I think, in the Williams that he just had a little tap with. Let's go and have a look up the front. Whew. Daz is leading by 1.9 seconds on lap 5. The fastest lap goes to Pat with a 1:12.1. and he's 1.7 seconds at the moment behind Daz in 2nd place. 3rd place still is Alexis and Maximus, and they are nearly 6.4 seconds ahead of the McLaren of Wolfbane, who is now, look at Jam scything through the field. Wow, there he goes, up into 4th place is Jam on the super soft tyres. Somebody stop me. That's amazing stuff. So Jam flying through the field while Wolfbane on those hard tyres is just trying to cling on. I imagine he's playing the long game and trying to stick it out there with those hard tyres the longest, so they all pit. And that was beautiful. Look at them side by side going through the corner. This is crazy racing. How's Pelshi still in 6th? I saw him hit about 3 cars. But there he is, 6th place for the Ferrari driver. I think the stewards are going to be having a close look at his lap 7. After this, Cutula very close behind the Ferrari, and he's had a bit of a wiggle on mid-corner and dropped a bit of time. There is Mr. Psycho. He's come up through the field. He's got ahead of his teammate Jar Jar, and he's flying there in 8th place. Go on, Sykes. So Matt in 8th with Jar Jar in 9th. Digweed is in 10th there. And you can see their tyres are starting to look quite pained, and the fuel's burning up. And there's a yellow flag out there. Someone's having a mission. There it is. Pelshi is off the track. He's reversing. He's getting himself all round, and he's gone into last place. Oh, there's someone else off the road with him on there. Now, let me get back there. Wolfbane. Oh, Wolfbane on the hards here. Let me see if I can get a replay of it. So, oh, too late. They're both just spinning off. Sorry, guys. I should have been a bit quicker on my replay button. Rubbish. Like I said, I'll get better. Give me a chance. I'm new. So, Daz still leading 3.1 seconds in the McLaren. Pat in 2nd. Oh, that's not Pat. That's Pat. Pat in 2nd, the number 4 car. Chasing him down, 3 seconds adrift now, but he's 5.8 seconds ahead of the Mercedes of Alexis and Maximus. The top 3 absolutely doing a stunning job. In 4th we have the Alpine of Jam, the lone Alpine out there. I don't know who his teammate should be. We will have a quick look. Alpine, it should be Outdoors, but Outdoors could not make it for real life problems, and Jam is representing all by himself, and there you go, in 4th place. And he's just done his fastest lap of the race. He's got 5 seconds of the reigning champion Kurtula in his Red Bull. He also has side through the field to come up. They say the cream rises, and here's the cream coming through in 6th place. Oh, watch out, guys. So Mika saying Alpine over, yeah, I read that one. Mika saying I think it's Palesh. Yeah, go Jam, so Mika says. So Digital Blasphemy in 7th spot now. We saw him doing very well in the support race, and he is getting into the toe of Matt Psycho. Will he try and make a move down the inside? It's a very tight corner to try. He's going around the outside. He's going to try and swing it under Mr. Psycho. He is on the option tyre, is Digital Blasphemy, with the soft tyre for the Michelin runners. And he's trying to stick to the back of Matt Psycho, who I believe is on the prime tyre. No, he is also on the option tyre. So Matt Psycho and Digital Blasphemy both running the Michelin option tyre, with Cutula on the prime tyre for Bridgestone. And he's got a Matt Psycho chasing him down, hunting him down. But in the lead we've still got Daz. He's lost a second on Pat though. He was nearly 3 seconds ahead, and now he's down to 2 seconds with Pat chasing him down with a 1:12.7 last time around for Pat. He's doing a fantastic job. Daz 1.8 seconds ahead, and he did a 13.4 before, so those tyres starting to look quite munched up on Daz's vehicle. And Pat, his tyres are looking better. I've got to say, I've seen Pat racing in other different categories and leagues, and he does look after a set of tyres very well. He does some very interesting strategies. The fact that and I think he's on a controller, and he still looks after his tyres, so that is impressive stuff. And Alexis and Maximus still holding on to that 3rd spot. In fact, Alexis Maximus has got the fastest lap of the race so far with an 11.528, and he's absolutely flying. He's got Jam putting a fire up his butt, and Daz has gone in. Daz has gone in. His tyres don't look that worn, but he's gone in anyway. Pat stayed out. Alexis has followed him in. Interesting strategies here from these guys. So Pat is now your new leader of the race, 6.8 seconds ahead of Jam. Cutula goes through. He doesn't want to pit yet, and his tyres look worse than the guys that have pitted. So Cutula out there in 3rd, with Matt Psycho now moving up into 4th place. He's on those soft tyres for the Michelins, and he's doing a cracking job on those. Digital Blasphemy is on the racing soft also, chasing them down only a second behind car 69. Then we've got Supra in that Ferrari in 6th place, with Noxie in 7th, just behind them. Then we've got Jar Jar in the Williams on lap 11, sorry, just ahead of Daz. Daz has come out of the pits in 9th place, and he's gone for the option tyre, the Bridgestone option of hard tyres, and he didn't put no fuel in. Interesting stuff. So he's just touching base, I believe, just getting rid of those hard tyres early doors in this race. Pelchi has really destroyed his super softs, and he's a bit ahead of Alexis Maximus, who we saw also pit. He's gone for the super softs, with Wolfbane out there on the super softs as well. He's been in and he's got those hard tyres gone. He did have hard tyres, and he looks like on lap 8 he did a 42.5. I think then he has got rid of the option tyre, and he's gone to the Bridgestone Prime tyre. Very good, Wolfbane, very good. I see what you're doing, I like it a lot. And Digweed, he's on the hards, but he looks like he had a bit of damage there that's just fixed itself. So Digweed 15.2 seconds adrift of the guys ahead. He's got a lot of work to do from there. Jam's in the lead. Jam is in the lead. I don't know how or why or what. Let's have a look if there's anything there that gives us indication. No indication whatsoever how he got it, but he got it. He did a great job. Well done, Jam. So Jam now leading this race on his super soft tyres. They're pretty worn, but enough to get good lap times. He's getting regular 12s. Pat now, he's did a 21. That's how Jam got ahead of him. He must have made a mistake on that last lap. Kadula has got some issues. Kadula's got issues. He's got a Psycho all over the back of him. Matt Psycho going for a move. No, he's pulled. Ooh, I thought there was contact there, but no. And now it looks like Kadula going into the pits, was it? He went to go that way. Yes, Kadula went into the pits along with Pat. And now Matt Psycho is chasing the Alpine down in 2nd spot. How long can these guys go? They've got Digital Blasphemy moving up into 3rd spot now. And he's on those soft tyres for the Michelins. In the chat we've got Pat saying spin at turn 3, lap 10. Oh, Pat. Pat. So Jam leading the way, 10 and a half seconds on Matt Psycho, with Digital Blasphemy up into 3rd place. None of these have pitted yet, and Supra not far behind Digital Blasphemy, but his tyres are looking absolutely torn apart in the Ferrari. And he's touching the back. Oh, I thought he'd lost the back end, but he's kept it in play. Then we got Noxie in the other Aston Martin now in 5th place. He's looking after those tyres absolutely deliciously. He lost 2 seconds on that last lap though with a 14.4. He's been doing 12s most of the time. We got Jar Jar in 6th place. He also has not pitted yet. Jam's gone in. Jam has come in. Will Psycho follow him or stay out? Digweed has gone. Digweed has DNF'd out of the race. No points for him, as Matt Psycho continues on with those racing soft tyres, the option tyre from Michelin, and Digital Blasphemy moves up into 2nd, with Supra moving up into 3rd. Noxie also moving up, but is Jam coming back out? Looks like Jam is absolutely tanking that car right up. And what's he on? Oh, Jam's in there. He's on Bridgestone, so he'll have to go onto the hard tyre if he decides. No, he stayed with the super softs. Matt Psycho leading the way, 1 second ahead of Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy on those softs, and it looks like Psycho has made a small mistake possibly, because he's lost a bit of ground to Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy's catching him up very fast. And we've got Supra, a very tight battle here for the top 3 at the moment, with Matt Psycho leading, Digital Blasphemy in 2nd, and Supra in 3rd. We're on lap 14 of 47. Noxie is 1.3 seconds behind them in the Aston Martin, going great balls to the walls to try and grab himself a podium possibly. But they've got to watch out, the guys who have pitted early. They're going to be getting good laps out there, faster than what they are doing for the undercut. Matt Psycho into the pits, as is Digital Blasphemy and Supra. So everyone now is going in. Alexis Maximus is going to be leading, I believe. So Alexis Maximus having an absolute cracker. He put the super softs back on, and he's out ahead of Jam. Yeah, oh no, that's not who I want. I want Alexis up there. So Alexis did short fill the car to get a jump on Jam there, and done a cracking job. Pat in third. He's lost a bit of time to Jam. And Catula is out there as well in fourth, 3.7 seconds behind Pat. And the Spaniard absolutely flying in his Red Bull. Now Matt Psycho hits back to the track. He's gone for the super softs, got rid of his soft tyre. He's gone onto the prime tyre for Michelin. And he's going to be beasting it now for the next stint to try and take the lead of this race. Wolfbane in his McLaren on those super softs, trying to chase Matt Psycho down in the McLaren. Digital Blasphemy. He was up there, he pitted at the same time as Matt Psycho. Wolfbane splitting the two cars, and Digital Blasphemy on the super soft tyres chasing them down. The Ferrari of Supra is down in 8th, just ahead of Jar Jar, 2.3 seconds, and Noxie is very close. He has gone to the option tyre for Michelin, which is the soft tyre. He's on his outlap now. Peleshi is out there in 11th on the super soft tyres. He's 21.9 seconds behind the Noxie, and 15 seconds ahead of Daz. What happened to Daz then? Daz was out there. He was up there leading at the beginning of this race. So Daz in 12th place. I've lost everything again. I keep pressing the wrong button. Sorry. Come back. There you go. So Alexis Maximus leading the way in the chat. We've got Vince saying Mika is a great co-driver. She kept me right in the Porsche Cup. So Alexis Maximus leading the way from Jam. 2.8 seconds adrift is the Alpine, the only Alpine driver out there, hunting for a win at the beginning of the season. Round 1, Pat in third, hunting it down. He did a 12.4 his last time around. Come on, Pat, you can do it. So Pat in car number 4, absolutely going great guns out there, looking for a podium in this first round, or a win possibly, who knows. He's 9 seconds shy of Alexis Maximus, but Alexis Maximus starting to burn through those tyres. It looks like our very own Toto has given him the best strategy so far. Endurance Nut knows his strats. And Alexis Maximus doing an absolute cracking job, but Jam trying to cut him down. 11.1 for Jam that last time around. Alexis Maximus at 12.1, so Jam is a second faster. But Alexis Maximus maybe being as well, he's using his tyres up as well, so who knows. But Jam doing a cracking job in second place. Pat in third. Catula. Ooh, Catula getting a wiggle on. He's getting a wiggle on in the corner, which he can't afford to do when he's got the Williams of Matt Psycho chasing him down. So sat on board with Matt Psycho while we're on 17 laps of 47. That means, if my calculations are right, we've got 30 laps left of this race. And that means we've got plenty of racing left to do yet. Behind Matt, we've got Wolfbane in the McLaren. I remember that. See, it slowly starts seeping in after a while. And Matt giving it all, chasing down Catula, the reigning world champion of the Formula X from season 2, and Matt just trying to keep it on the track, chasing that Red Bull. They're very hard to follow, these cars. You lose all your downforce if you get too close to the car ahead, which makes racing pretty tricky for these guys. They've got to fight these cars to stay close, as is the real thing. Why did I press that? Why? I am all fingers with the buttons right now. In the chat, Flashman saying wrong buttons. Am I sensing another drinking game? Oh, I pressed the bloody wrong button again. That was your fault. That was your fault, Flashman. You distracted me. Hang on, there we go. I'm pressing right buttons now. Oh no, I'm overly excited. Can't help it, sorry. So, Alexis Maximus only a second ahead of Jam now. Oh, Jam's there. He's cutting him down. A second a lap, possibly, yeah. 12.3 from Alexis Maximus that time, but Alexis has picked up the pace with an 11.3. Jam doing an 11.4. This is the pace that Alexis Maximus needs to maintain to stay ahead of Jam. And Jam giving it all in that Alpine. Pat sitting in third, a 12.2 for him last time around. He's got Catula 3 seconds down the road from him, but Catula's going to have his own hands full very soon with a Matt Psycho hunting him down. Matt Psycho on the super soft tyres. The Red Bull is on the super softs, but they are pretty much more used than Matt Psycho's wear. And there you can see, I think Catula already getting over to that side of the road to try and defend. And Matt Psycho should be in with a tow, but then being in the tow's fine. It's just when you get to the corner, you find you've got no downforce. And you lose everything you gain up the straight just wrestling that car. He's gained 2 tenths on him though through that corner, so I am a liar. So Alexis and Maximus are 1.1 second ahead of the Jam. Oh, Jam's really giving it some. And as they cross the line, 11.7 from Alexis Maximus. Jam doing 11.6. There's nothing in it between these two. And then in the chat, Mama Sykes saying she's loving it. She's like McDonald's, loving it. Is it loving it? I'm sure that was McDonald's slogan for a while. I'm loving it. Yeah, see, the wife tells me I'm correct. That's what I need, a wife to tell me I'm correct. It's good for the ego. And so Pat in third place with Catula in fourth. Matt Psycho is on his Billio though. It's all going Pete Tong for Catula. Matt Psycho having a look, but no, he can't do it in this corner. He's going to wait for the next one. It's a nice straight up here to grab a little toe, and it's a very tight corner coming down here. But it looks like Catula has edged away from Mr. Psycho. I think he's struggling with that lack of downforce in these tighter corners as he closes in. Oh no, Catula's lost the side of the car, and Matt Psycho had to avoid, and he does only just. That was quick reflexes. And how is Catula doing? He's gathered her up, he's on the move, and he hasn't lost too much time to Digital Blasphemy behind him, who is under battles, under stress, and being pressured by Supra in his Ferrari, the 31 Ferrari, hunting himself a Mercedes down. Digital Blasphemy a 16.5 from Digital Blasphemy last time around. Supra managing a 12.3, and Digital Blasphemy is on that super soft tyre, as is Supra. Jar Jar in the Williams, he's 4.4 seconds adrift of Supra, but he's only less than a second ahead of Noxie. He's on them super softs, and Noxie in the... He's on the soft, so there you go. Super stuff from Noxie as he chases him down. Looks like he's going for the move. He's a little too far back, and like you say, you lose all downforce going through these tight corners when you're sitting following the car ahead. Vince in the chat saying, I'm always impressed by anyone who can drive these cars way too quick for me. And Noxie pulling out and going for the move, and he's got it, but he's overshot it. And there you go, Jar Jar back through again. Boom, thank you very much, sir. I'll take that one. So, Alexis Maximus. Oh, yeah, Alexis Maximus was leading, wasn't he? I think. Yes, with Jam chasing him down. It's getting tighter though. 6 tenths between the two of them. Alexis back into the 12s, with Jam also in the 12s. It's very tight between the two of those two drivers. And like I said, Jam now will be suffering with a lack of downforce through those corners. Now he's caught up with Alexis Maximus. On the Bridgestones, Jam will still have to do a run on those hard tyres, with Alexis Maximus enjoying a nice set of softs. And Alexis Maximus has run out of fuel and virtually any meat on his tyres, so I believe he will be pitting at the end of this lap. Jam, he's good to go for a good couple of laps yet, with Pat still holding on to that third. He's 11 seconds adrift of Jam, and he's only 2.8 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho, who we saw avoiding Catula, who had a little sideways going on in turn 3. But Catula, he's lost more time as well. He's 5 seconds behind Matt Psycho and only a second ahead of Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy will be loving seeing the back of the reigning world champion and will be pushing hard to try and catch him up. He's bringing the Ferrari of Supra with him. And further back, 6 seconds, is Jar Jar. in the Williams. I really do like the Williams livery. Kudos to those that made that. It's beautiful. And Alexis Maximus, we did say he was at to come in, and Jam now taking over the lead. There you go, an Alpine leading a Formula X race. Fantastic stuff there. The black, red, white and blue of the Alpine team looking absolutely dapper as he makes his way around in the lead. He's got 11 seconds virtually on the Aston Martin of Pat, and look at the race Pat's having. 23 laps into it and Pat is on it. Beautiful stuff where he's got Matt Psycho catching him up behind. Matt Psycho just doing an 11-1. Now he hasn't got Catula taking away his downforce, his aero. And he's ready to fly. Catula losing a lot of time out there. I think his tyres are starting to give up the ghost with Digital Blasphemy. Loads of meat on those Michelins. Hunting himself a Red Bull. And he's doing a cracking job. In the chat, Jim saying, took me a good few sessions to do the Williams livery. I can imagine all those lines must have drove you up the wall. So, and that Merc though, all those... I imagine you can download the decal of the whole wall of Merc signs. And there goes Digital Blasphemy around the outside. Catula's trying to protect his inside. It's a brave move around that outside and he does it. And I think Catula is heading into the pits to get rid of... Well, he needs the tyres as well. So the reigning champion into the pits with a Jar Jar carrying on in his Williams to take that 6th place. But his fuel is looking rather low itself, and Alexis Maximus pitted earlier and he's down in 8th. He filled right up on those super softs. I think the super softs will run out before the fuel, but it just means he's got a shorter pit stop to do on his next pit. Jam needs a pit stop as well. He's going to need a pit stop at the end of this lap, and Pat still 11.5 seconds, but he also needs to pit. So does Matt Psycho. The leaders are all making their way around. So Digital Blasphemy will take the lead of this race, I believe. But I have been wrong before. Let me have a little sip of my warm beverage. Wow. A la latte. A la latte. So we're going to see them all coming in, I believe. Pat also will follow Jam in, as well as Mr. Psycho into the pits. Digital Blasphemy will be your new leader in the Merc, taking over for the Alpine. Is he though? Is he too far back to take the lead? I'm not sure. Jam, he's got the wheels on. He's fueling up now. It says Digital Blasphemy, but the pits is after the first turn. And there, Jam, it looks like he's topped up and he's off. He's gone for the hard tyre. He's gone for the option tyre. Digital Blasphemy, though, already around turn 1 and on his way. And Supra also in 2nd. So Jam dropping down to 3rd. That's not bad, is it, really? From the lead to the 3rd with a pit stop. And the 2 guys ahead of you have to pit. So Jam is sitting very tidy at the moment in this race. But he's put the hard tyres on. Half a tank of fuel. What can he do? Alexis Maximus slowly making his way back through the field after his earlier pit stop. He's on the super softs. He's going to be a lot faster than Jam, but he's 7.7 seconds behind him. Matt Psycho back on the track in 5th place, 9 seconds adrift of Alexis Maximus, but he's made a move on Pat in the pits. So Pat down behind Matt Psycho now. Matt Psycho not having to make the move on track, and Pat is going to try and make the move on track. Pat is on the option tyre for the Michelins. That is the Racing Soft, whilst Matt Psycho is on the prime tyre, the super soft. Interesting stuff out there. Wolfbane, haven't seen much of him. He's slowly made his way through. He's back up into 7th place in that McLaren. Is he the top McLaren boy? I think we lost the other McLaren boy, didn't we? I think we saw someone quit out. So Catula in 8th after his pit stop. He's 5.7 seconds behind Wolfbane. How is Wolfbane doing? His tyres look okay. He's got 1/4 of a tank of fuel, so he's only got a few laps of fuel in it. We're on lap 25 of 47, so we are way over halfway. Way over halfway. I missed the halfway mark. I usually like to celebrate the halfway mark, but we missed it. We missed it, and you guys noticed, didn't you? Sorry. So in the lead, Digital Blasphemy 3.4 seconds ahead of Supra. Supra hunting him down. He's running out of fuel though. He's got to go in. Oh, well, I think Digital Blasphemy will probably have to pit as well. And Jam will retake the lead of this race. He's on the hard tyres. He's 6.2 seconds ahead of Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus doing an 11.8 his last time around. Come on, push, Alexis. Push, Carlos. So Carlos in 4th place, pushing like a nutter. He's 9 seconds ahead of the Psycho. And Mr. Psycho in his Williams. And there goes Supra, but Digital did not go in. His fuel is flashing, but he fancies staying out a little bit longer. Supra popped into the pits. And Jam moving up into 2nd place. Alexis and Maximus up into 3rd. So we have a Mercedes 1st place and a Mercedes in 3rd place. There must be someone out there with the last name of Nut feeling rather pleased with themselves right now. Hey, Endurance. So Digital Blasphemy are leading, but his fuel is on the absolute line. He's on vapors, with Jam sitting pretty with those hard tyres. Alexis Maximus has cut down another couple of seconds on Jam. Jam's going to be a sitting duck at this point. And I don't know, I've lost track if Alexis Maximus has used his option tyre yet or not. Matt Psycho out there on super softs. He's pulled away from Pat. Pat's struggling, but Wolfbane, was Wolfbane in between them? I don't think he was. And Wolfbane's got past Pat, so I don't know what the issue there. Well, we'll see if we can do this, but it doesn't work now. I've run out of time now. No more replays. So Matt Psycho, Wolfbane, so is in 5th with Pat down in 6th. Whoa, come on, Pat, you can do this. You can do this. I have faith in you, bro. I have faith in you, bro. Podium for Pat. And Jam now retakes the lead whilst Digital Blasphemy heads into the pits. Alexis Maximus up into 2nd place. He's 3.7 seconds behind the hard-tired Alpine. And can he do it? Endurance Nut is in the chat saying, I don't count my chickens, but the first safety switch is firmly on. Brilliant. So Jam out there, leading by 3.5 seconds. Alexis Maximus chasing him down. Did a 12.0 his last time around. Jam doing a 13.3. That is the deficit of those racing hard tyres, and it's only going to be a short stint because he's used half of the fuel he put in already. He only put half a tank in, and he's down to a quarter. We're on lap 28 of 47, and we have only got 19 laps left of this race. It flies by. Where are we? We're only 34 minutes into the race. Wow, that feels way too quick. So Alexis and Maximus in 2nd place with Matt Psycho in 3rd, 7.4 seconds behind Alexis. He's got the fastest lap of the race on lap 26 with a 1:10.818. He wants to bring the glory days back to Williams. Can he do it? Can he do it? He's in a podium position right now. He's got Wolfbane 8.6 seconds behind him in the McLaren, the lone McLaren, and he has to go into the pits. That gives Pat that position back. Pat moving around. Whoa. He's got Cthulhu chasing him down, the reigning world champion, sitting right behind Pat. Pat's got to stay calm, stay chilled, stay cool, bro. Like the colour of your car, cool as a cucumber. So Pat in 4th, trying to get that podium back that he's held for the first part of this race. He's got Digital Blasphemy out of the pits just behind him on those super softs. The prime tyre for the Michelins, whilst Cthulhu is in 6th. Chasing down the Mercedes. He's got Supra, the Ferrari, 4.3 seconds adrift from him, while Jar Jar in the other Williams in 8th place, doing an absolute cracking job. He's done an 11.9 his last time around. Supra on those super softs managed a 12.6, so Supra might find the lighter Williams chasing him down in the next couple of laps, and it's going to be tight. Noxie in 9th place, recently pitted. When did he pit? On lap 24, I believe. And the race will come back to him as people pit. Wolfbane, and we saw him pit recently. Yeah, he's on his outlap now, so he pitted the last lap. So Wolfbane down in 10th place, 5 seconds shy of Noxie. He has gone for the Bridgestone Prime tyre, the super soft. And Daz in 11th. I don't know what happened. Oh no, Daz is. Who left then? Oh, was it the other Red Bull? Digweed, wasn't it? Sorry, it was the other Red Bull. There is both McLarens still in this. I'm talking absolute clout. That's because I say too many words. If you count up all the words I say during the stream, I'm allowed at least 5% of them not to be right. And so far I'm working at 4% of Peleshi's name. It's no disrespect, brother. I'm so sorry. So Peleschi is in 12th place so far. I don't know why he's so far down. He was up there racing away. His lap times are looking quite okay. He did a 2:05 on lap 25. I assume that was a pit stop. He's topped right up with fuel, where you're seeing others are only putting in half a tank because the tyres don't last a full tank. So there is Jam. He's on the absolute fumes on those hard tyres. He's barely touched the hard tyres. Alexis Maximus, he's starting to use his super softs up, but he's got loads of fuel. We saw him topping right up with fuel, and now he is only less than a second behind Jam. But I saw looming large in the background a Williams of Matt Psycho. He has the fastest lap with a 1:10.8, and there he is. He's 11.2 at the moment. He's got fuel. His tyres are looking very fresh, and he is chasing down those leaders. Flashman in the chat saying 5%. Are you sure it's not 25%? Oh, come on, come on, come on. There's no need for that. Right, that's it. Flashman's upset me. I'm off. I'm closing the stream. Sod it. I'm joking. I'll stick there till the end, not Digweed. So Alexis Maximus retakes the lead of this race, whilst Jam gets rid of that option tyre of Bridgestone and gets himself some lovely super softs back on, and it's 3.5 seconds. It was 5 seconds. So Matt Psycho is absolutely closing down that space between him and the Mercedes, and the Mercedes tyres are looking very old. A 13.2 for Alexis Maximus last time around with Matt Psycho. 11.6, almost 2 seconds faster, definitely just under. SNL Jam is dropping down the order with Digital Blasphemy back into third, so we've got Mercedes first and third again, but there's an Aston Martin that wishes to change that in Pat. Come on, Pat, come on, Pat, you can do it. There's no bias here, but come on, Pat. In his Aston Martin, our own Pat Vettel giving it some large. He's getting some tyre smoke. You don't want to destroy those racing softs. They're going to last you for a while yet. Endurance not saying this is racing. And it certainly is. Alexis Maximus holding on to that lead, but Matt Psycho's cutting down the lead even more in his Williams, and it's getting tight and nail-biting at the front. Digital Blasphemy sitting quite calmly in third place. He's got a good pace. He did a 13.0 that last time around. He's out wide. He's got to get that car on the track. If he does it too often, the stewards will deem that he's breaching track limits. So Digital Blasphemy trying to calm down a bit. Come on, it's me that gets excited. You guys stay calm. I'll get excited on your behalf. And Pat in fourth there. Come on, Pat, you can do it. Is in fourth place, 6.4 seconds behind the Mercedes, but he's got Fernando cutting him down. He's got Fernando absolutely on pole, but Catula's tyres are pretty much torn up and his fuel is very low. Pat's tyres are looking a lot better. Oh, he's got a sideways on in that corner, but Catula staying firm, staying stuck to the road, and behind them they've got the Ferrari of the Supra. They're going to have to watch out for that one. He's doing it very well on his Bridgestones. Jar Jar in seventh. The South African doing a cracking job in the Williams so far. Jam, he came out of the pits in 8th place. Super Softs, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. The man means business. Will he get that win today, or is Matt Psycho going to sneak one by him? Can Alexis Maximus stay firm at the front? Then we've got Noxie Stroll out there in 9th place, giving it big wellies. And he's got 1/4 of a tank of fuel left. He's got ahead of the two McLarens now. Two McLarens, line astern. It's nice to see. In 10th and 11th, quite a gap between the two of them. And Wolfbane doing absolutely fine with half a tank of fuel and some fresh super softs. Daz is super softs and not looking as fresh, and he's got quarter of a tank of fuel. The Ferrari of Pelesci is down in 12th, still 21 seconds adrift, and he will be talking to his team manager about developments in that Ferrari. Alexis Maximus now, though, he's less than a second ahead of the Williams, sat on board with Matt Psycho, chasing him down. Matty Russell Matty Russell Psycho, hunting himself a Merc, but he's got no fuel on board, and his tyres have still got a lot of meat on there. I don't know if that's I would have, I bet he wish he had a bit more fuel on, and he could use those tyres for a bit longer. But who knows? And Alexis Maximus just holding on. Katula has gone into the pits. We saw him hunting himself a pat, but now he's into the pits with only 5% of fuel, so it wasn't much. And you see there Matt Psycho making some adjustments to his steering wheel, putting the counterbalance to the rear and changing the diff. And putting Strat 10 into the inputs of the steering wheel, trying to make that fuel last just a little bit longer and trying to build his speed up so he can try and get the lead of this race before he needs to pit, but I don't think it's going to happen. So Alexis Maximus leading the way, but his fuel's now started flashing. He's going to go around again, and I believe Matt is into the pits. Wow, he came in with such furiosity there. And Digital Blasphemy, is he going to make it a McLaren 1-2? He's got a way to go yet. He's just going up to the final corner, and Alexis Maximus comes around to finish lap. Way up, he's already finished lap 36. What am I talking about? And there is Digital Blasphemy going around. They look like they're coming up to lap at the Ferrari of Pelesci. So Alexis Maximus Maximus out there leading the way with a Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy is in second place. Supra up into third for the Ferrari. They are loving him at a Ferrari at the moment. And Endurance not saying, keep calm lads, keep calm. It's going according to plan for Mercedes out there. Alexis Maximus 15 seconds ahead of Digital Blasphemy. His fuel is flashing though. And then you've got Supra, but Digital Blasphemy and Supra's fuels are okay for the time being. Matt Psycho's been in, he's out, he's got himself ahead of Jam. Matt Psycho is the man for overtakes in the pit lane. He does it well. So Jam losing a position to Matt Psycho in the pits, and now the McLaren, the leader, is in. Digital Blasphemy, I think he's got enough fuel to carry on for another lap as he makes his way around, and now Digital Blasphemy is leading round one here at the Red Bull Ring for season 3 of the Formula X Sunday Night League. So Digital Blasphemy making his way, but he's got to get through some back markers now. Supra in second place. Alexis Maximus is there getting fueled up. He's had his tyres changed. Will he put on the soft tyre, or will he put on... He has. He's put on the option tyre. Matt Psycho out there on the super soft just ahead. Oh no, Alexis Maximus is out ahead of Matt Psycho, but it's just a foregone conclusion because Matt Psycho has the momentum and the stickier tyres. So... And Alexis trying to make his car as wide as possible, but it's just a foregone conclusion as Matt Psycho slips it up the inside, and that has got to put Matt Psycho in the net lead of this race. Digital Blasphemy is now needing a pit stop himself. He's 12.4 seconds ahead of Supra in the Ferrari, and Matt Psycho some 20 seconds behind Digital Blasphemy, so he will overtake them in a pit stop. Alexis Maximus holding on to that 4th place ahead of Jam, but it's not quite a big distance, and he's only on the soft tyres, but the soft tyres should last longer than the super soft, so maybe Jam will have that grip in the beginning, but his tyres will go way before Carlos. And there you see Digital Blasphemy dropping down the order as they take the tyres off, and now they have to fuel up. Supra is leading the way as he puts a lap on one of those McLarens. And the McLaren are getting out of the way for the Ferrari. Very good. Matt Psycho in second. Alexis Maximus in third. Jam in fourth. Wolfbane is up into fifth in that McLaren, so he's doing a cracking job so far. But it looks like he will have to pit very soon, which gives Digital Blasphemy the position back. We're on lap 38. Less than 10 laps to go in this race. Pat is in seventh, and he will move up the order as the people pit, with Jar Jar in eighth for Williams. And Katula is in 10th. Give me a second. Can I call you back? I'm busy. Alright, cheers. So Katula is in 10th place, with Pelesci is in 11th, and Daz has dropped behind the Ferrari now, but he's got the super softs and 3/4 of a tank. Supra still out there leading for Ferrari at the moment. 5 seconds lead. Wolfbane has gone into the pits. We said he was going to need to go into the pits pretty soon, and that is the answer. Digital Blasphemy moving up another position behind Jam though. He needs to get himself ahead of Jam. He's got 10 seconds to go, but I don't know how he's going to do it. I'm not sure if these guys will be pitting again before the end of the race. And oh no, we've lost Pelesci, so we've lost another Ferrari, and Supra is leading the way. 4 seconds, with Matt Psycho in second, nearly 2 seconds ahead of Alexis and Maximus in that McLaren. But will Matt Psycho's tyres keep him there, or will the Mercedes be able to come back with the longer and the tougher tyre? Jam is sitting in 4th place, 1.7 seconds behind Alexis Maximus, and 10 seconds ahead of the other Merc. He is in a Merc sandwich right now. And Digital Blasphemy at 12.3 his last time around. Jam doing a 12.1. Jar Jar is in 6th. He's having a nice steady race out there, getting those points under his belt. The South African are doing an absolute beautiful job. Pat in 7th, 3.6 seconds behind the Williams. He did a 24.7 that last lap. He must have had a bit of an issue, which is unfortunate, with Wolfbane in 8th, only 2 seconds. So Pat under pressure at the end of this race. We've only got 8 laps to go. Noxie in 9th. He pitted recently because he's on some lovely fresh super softs and half a tank of fuel. Katula in 10th, the reigning champion. It's not going how he wished it would do in his first race for season 3, and Daz is in 11th. We're losing drivers. We've lost Digweed, we've lost Pelesci, that's it, and the other driver didn't make the grid. Art Garfunkel? No, Art Dawes. So Matt Psycho is leading the race now, with Alexis and Maximus hunting him down. We've got 6 laps to go. I'm sorry, I said 8, but these guys are just started lap 41. We've got Jam in the pits. I didn't know if Jam had another stop to don't make, but he has. And Supra also in the pits. And that is why we've got Matt Psycho leading from Alexis Maximus, with Digital Blasphemy in 3rd. So we've got Williams with a Mercedes engine, Mercedes with the Mercedes engine, and Mercedes. The top 3 is a Merc lockout, just like the real thing. Jam in his Alpine though, out of the pits, super soft tyres and half a tank of fuel, and an absolute gut full of racing talent to try and chase down that top 3. Supra in 5th, not too far behind Jam, so Ferrari looking good for some great points today. Then we've got 6th is a Jar Jar in the other Williams, with Wolfbane chasing him down in the top McLaren. Noxie in the... Oh, Noxie, he's got ahead. He's got ahead of his teammates. So Noxie Stroll is up into 8th with Pat down. Oh, what's happened to Pat's race? I honestly thought Pat had a podium today on the cards, but it doesn't look good, as he's dropped behind his teammates in 9th place. Maybe team orders already. I mean, Noxie Stroll's dad does own the team, so you never know. And Pat down in 9th with Gatula, the reigning champion car, 81. He's opted not to go for the number 1 car. Probably thought it might be an omen of some kind, and I think he probably should have gone for the number. And Daz in car 51, struggling down there in 11th. He's got good lap times, 11.1. So the McLaren holding on to 11th place. Matt Psycho, meantime, 2.3 second lead. And it's lap 42, so he's only got 5 more laps to go to keep hold of this championship. And his tyres are looking not too bad next to the Merc of Alexis Maximus. Jams up ahead of Digital Blasphemy. What happened to Digital Blasphemy? He did a 29.0 that last time around. Digital Blasphemy, oh no, he dropped the ball, and Jam has now got the Alpine up into a podium position. And Digital Blasphemy down in 4th with Supra in 5th. 2.3 seconds, so if Digital Blasphemy makes any more mistakes, he's gonna find himself a Ferrari on his way past. Jar Jar is under pressure from Wolfbane. Wolfbane has found himself some prey. He's on the purples. Wolfbane is absolutely pelting it out there. He's looking for a move. He's coming up towards the Williams. He's looking, he's going out wide, and there they go through the corner, and he's still sticking it in there. And we are down to the last few laps of this race, whilst Wolfbane is trying to find himself a way past the Williams in his McLaren. And can he do it? It's going to be a tough call. Jar Jar looks like he's feisty, and I don't think he's going to give an inch. He's right there. Oh, it's side by side going into turn 2, and Jar Jar's got that inside line, whereas a Wolfbane has to back out of it, but down the straight they go. Down the straight they do go. Side by side, no, Wolfbane trying to get a toe. No, he's moved on to the inside to try and get that inside line, but no. Unlike Hamilton, he doesn't stick it in there, he races properly. So Matt Psycho 3.5 seconds ahead of the Mercedes of Alexis Maximus. And Jam is in 3rd, but nearly 30 seconds behind the leaders. And Digital Blasphemy is only 2.3 seconds behind. I thought Jam's tyres were going off. Whose tyres did I think was going to go off? No, it was Mr. Psycho's, wasn't it? Against Alexis Maximus. But Alexis Maximus and Matt Psycho's tyres look very similar. The super softs versus the softs, and they're doing pretty much the same. And in the chat we've got Mika saying go Jam, you got this. Mama Sight saying go Matt, and Jim saying come on Jar Jar, hold him off. So oh, I missed it, sorry. He's got ahead of Jar Jar, has Wolfbane, but his tyres are looking a lot more newer than Jar Jar's. It was always going to be tricky for Jar Jar to hold him off, and now he's got Noxie Stroll on his way up to him. We've only got 3 more laps of this race. It is exciting. This is it. So Matt Psycho 4 seconds ahead. He's pulled out a little bit more time on Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus 27 seconds ahead of the Alpine of Jam as he comes around the final corner to start lap 45. And my word, we've had quite a race here tonight. Matt Psycho 3.7 second lead on Alexis Maximus with Jam in 3rd. Digital Blasphemy's getting closer though, 1.1 seconds. He's done a 1:10.9. He's only a 10th off the fastest lap, and Digital Blasphemy are really pushing in these final laps of the race, trying to get that podium position back from Jam, the Alpine driver. Supra doing a beautiful job in the Ferrari. Good points for that Ferrari. Looking at Palesci, it was a tough car to drive. And Supra holding on to 5th ahead of Wolfbane, who's 7.7 seconds behind him, and he's pulling away from Jar Jar. But Jar Jar now, he's got Noxie Stroll right up there, and Noxie is looking for a move to make on Jar Jar. Jar Jar out there wide, but so's oh no. Oh, I'm sorry Noxie, that is a commentator's curse if ever I saw one, and I do apologise my brother. And that looks like it's going to give Patty Vettel an opportunity to catch up. Or maybe not, maybe Noxie can hold on to that one. as Pat tries to catch up his teammates. So Matt Psycho, lap 46, the penultimate lap. His fuel is flashing, his tyres are red. He's 4.8 seconds ahead of Alexis Maximus. On those soft tyres, we thought the soft tyres durability would help him against Psycho near the end of their stint. But Matt Psycho has managed to look after those super softs and make it all count. And now he's coming around to start his final lap here at the Red Bull Ring for round 1 of the Sunday Night League Formula X Season 3. Alexis Maximus in second, Jam maintaining that third place, but how long for? Because Digital Blasphemy has someone set a fire up his backside and he's flying. He's flying, but he's not got many laps to do anything in. He's got a lap and a half, not even a half a lap. He's got a lap and a wee bit, 12%. He's got 12% of a plan. So Jam there, going across the line to start his final lap in a podium position with Digital Blasphemy only... Oh, Digital Blasphemy's lost a bit of time. He was 8/10 and now he's dropped to 1.6 seconds. Maybe pushing just a little too hard for Digital Blasphemy, but it's good points for the team. Very good points for the Mercedes team there. Ferrari, a lone car, getting 5th place. Wolfbane in the McLaren in 6th. Jar Jar in 7th. Starting his final lap. Noxie still ahead of Pat. He's out wide, but it looks like he's maintaining that 8th ahead of Pat in 9th. Cthulhu, the reigning champion, down there in 10th with Daz in 11th for McLaren. But this is the man coming across the line to take the first win of the race. Season. There you go, Matt Psycho. Alexis Maximus, a great second spot in his Mercedes. And Jam looks like he's going to keep hold of that third with Digital Blasphemy dropping away. And it looks like Jam is going to try and get the fastest lap on the final lap to take points away from Mr. Psycho. He's coming around the final 2 corners. And here comes Jam for 3rd place. Can he take the fastest lap as well? No. But Jam gets 3rd, congratulations, and Digital Blasphemy gets 4th. Supra bringing her home in 5th. He's only just ahead of Wolfbane. Wolfbane was on a flyer right near the end there. And oh, that's why Supra was on the hard tyres. And oh my god, can Supra keep hold of it? It's tight. No, Wolfbane over the line, just grabs 5th from Supra. Jar Jar coming around for 7th place. He's alright, he doesn't have to worry about a Wolfbane nicking the position. And there he goes, finishing in 7th. The battle between teammates is still there. Noxie and Pat very close on the road. There you go. Noxie gets 8th, Pat grabs 9th, and Cthulhu, the reigning champion, comes home in 10th, with Daz already finishing in 11th. And there is the winner, Mr. Psycho, Mr. Anderson. Whoa. So, in the chat, we've got Jim saying, come on, Jar Jar, hold him up. Oh, we saw that. Mick saying, that'll do us, Jam. Endurance saying, woo. And Jim saying, Williams at the top again. Well done, Matt and Jar Jar. And Endurance saying, great race, guys. So, let me take you to the race results. Whoo-wee. Tiger. So Mr. Psycho, Matt Psycho, takes the win of round 1. Season 3. Is it going to be a whitewash from Matt Psycho this season? Alexis Maximus grabbing that 2nd spot for Mercedes. Jam 3rd in the Alpine. 4th for Digital Blasphemy in the Mercedes, and Mercedes scoring very good in the Constructors. Wolfbane in his McLaren finishing in 5th. Supra at 6th for Ferrari. Jar Jar, the 2nd Williams, in 7th, with Noxie in the Aston Martin in 8th, just ahead of his teammate 9th, Pat. Then the reigning champion Cthulhu in the Red Bull, the lone Red Bull, because Digweed left, is in 10th, and Daz for McLaren in 11th. Matt Psycho got your fastest lap on lap 26 with a 1:10.818. Well, that was absolutely cracking. And in the chat, Endurance Not saying, a great race, guys. He's the team principal of the Mercedes team, and I imagine he is very happy with that. Very happy. With a 2nd and a 4th, and it could have been a podium. Very close for Digital Blasphemy, getting ahead of the Alpine. Mama Sykes in the chat saying, great Matt, great racing, guys, and thanks Thinky. Hey, think kinky, eh, Mama Sykes? What are you trying to say? Right then, that was round 1. If you enjoyed that, join us again for round 2, and next week I'll look to see if I can see a calendar. I don't. This was all very last minute today. It was organised for me to do the commentary, so I didn't have much time to swat up on everything. But there you go. Round 2 is Spa-Francorchamps, 29 laps of the Belgium track. 1st of August 2021. Join us then for more fun and frolics in the Formula X Championship. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon, hopefully. Matt Sykes in the chat, Matt Psycho in the chat saying that was ace, and Pat saying disappointed in myself. I'll have to go and talk to myself in the team principal's office. You should. Oh yeah, you're the owner, so you really Pat Stroll. I was saying Noxie was Stroll, but no, he must be Noxie Vettel. You're Pat Stroll. Okay then, that's it. That's everything. That's your Sunday evening. You can all go off and chill and do your normal real life stuff, and come back next Sunday for more Porsche Cup racing and Formula X. It's cracking stuff. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Pat McGroin. Thank you for joining us. I love you all. I will see you soon. Peace be upon you. Bye.